What is the difference between Shastra and Astra? Before we get into the differences, let's understand some similarities between Shastra and Astra. Namaste everyone, welcome back to Zesty Nimbu. This is Shrika. Shastra and Astra both are different classes of weapons. The usage of both have to be learned under the guidance of a guru who is knowledgeable in the art of warfare. So unless you go to a guru, you will not know how to use both Shastras and Astras. Having said this, let's understand the differences. Shastra are those class of weapons which are handheld and which can be thrown. According to the Dhanurveda, there are 4 types of Shastras. Now what is Dhanurveda? Dhanurveda is the Upa-Veda of Yajurveda. We have discussed in our Sanatan Dharma scriptures about the Upa-Vedas and the Vedas. For each of the 4 Vedas, there is one Upa-Veda. So Dhanurveda is the Upa-Veda of Yajurveda. Ayurveda is the Upa-Veda of Rigveda. Gandharva Veda is the Upa-Veda of Samaveda, and Arthashastra is the Upa-Veda of Atharva Veda. So there are 4 Upa-Vedas: Dhanurveda, Ayurveda, Arthashastra and Gandharva Veda. So according to the Dhanurveda, there are 4 different types of Shastras. First is Mukta, second is Amukta, third is Mukta Mukta, and fourth is Yantra Mukta. Mukta are the class of Shastras or weapons which have to be thrown, like the discus of Krishna Sudarshan Chakra. The second is Amukta, which has to be handheld, like the sword. Third is Mukta Mukta, which can be both thrown as well as handheld, like the battle axe of Bhargavarama or the Gada of Hanuman and Bhima. And the fourth is Yantra Mukta, which are the Shastras or weapons which are hurled with the help of machines, like a catapult or a big ball, or in fact bow and arrow. So these are the 4 types of Shastras as mentioned in Dhanurveda. Shastras are the weapons that can be thrown or hurled or used by hands, right? These Shastras don't require any energizing by the use of mantras. Now let's talk about Astras. Astras are the class of weapons which have to be energized by the use of mantras. This is also taught by a very knowledgeable guru, and this is taught to such Shishyas only who have the great characteristics like the follower of Dharma, or being dutiful, or being honest, or being knowledgeable or dedicated. These are some characteristics of the Shishyas or the disciples of the Guru, and hence the Guru goes ahead and teaches the knowledge of Astras. Not everybody in Ramayana or the Mahabharata have the knowledge of Astras. Only very few people have got it, like Arjuna, like Krishna, like Karna. In the Ramayana, Indrajit, Ravana, Rama, Lakshmana. So these are only few people who know the usage of Astras. Now what are these Astras? Astras are the weapons which have to be energized with the help of mantras. There are certain mantras which are dedicated to each of these Astras. There is a god who is the main god for that particular Astra, and that god has to be invoked with the help of mantras, and then you go ahead and use those Astras. In the case of Pashupati Astra, which is the Astra given by Lord Shiva has to be meditated upon, and this Astra can be used by the help of mind, eyes, words, or bow and arrow. So they don't require a specific arrow to make it into an Astra. As Ashwatthama does in Mahabharata, he uses a blade of grass and makes it into an Astra. So Astras are very, very powerful, and they require a great mind to invoke. So Astras are also considered as weapons of mass destruction. If an Astra is used, it can destroy starting from 1 person to thousands and akshaunis, and in fact the whole universe, the whole creation, the Brahmanda. So Astras are very, very powerful. Shastras are also powerful, but Astras are only used by some great people. Now what happened to the knowledge of these Astras? Are they still available in this Yuga? Can we use these Astras now? Well, for knowing this answer, check out my next video. In the next video, I'm going to talk about the most powerful Astras that have been used in Mahabharata and Ramayana, and what happened to those Astras. So wait for the next video. So I hope now you know the difference between a Shastra and an Astra. This is your 5-minute Gyan for the day. The question of the day is, who uses the Sammohana Astra and where? And the Rishika of the week is Arundhati. So let me know your answers in the comment section. I look forward to your answers. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, Namaste.